Okay, so now I've hot glue sueded my doll, and now I'm going to be restringing him using my trusty restringing tool from Lutz. But yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing. So I always start with the torso and the head. Let me make sure you can see this. Forgive the movement. There we go. Make sure. Yes, you can see. Okay. But I get my longest cord, which I haven't had to untie it, so there we go. And I make sure that I put my hook through it. And then I pass it through Joby's neck hole. Sometimes it'll come undone, don't worry about that. Okay. Now this is the very basic part. Just reach through the neck with your restringer. Hook your two cords on, and then they should pull right through. There we go. And then I'll just put the back of his head on just so it's safe and it doesn't flop around as much. Okay. Now this is where it gets a little weird. I put through one hole and I grab his one side cord and pull that through, and then leave just enough room. Okay, reach through, take the end of your other cord and put it over your restringing tool. It's kind of hard to do in such a cramped space. Okay, grab both. And there we go. Ignore his privates. Okay, now you'll see what that's for later. Actually, no, you'll see what that's for now. Okay, I use something. I always use something extra to hold this cord open, because if you pull on one side, it'll pull all of it through. Okay, so then you make sure you have your proper thigh. Usually they're marked. You'll know if you have the wrong one because it'll look weird and it won't fit right. So then I grab the cord. Oh, you know what? I forgot my piece. He has his little hip joint. I almost forgot that. There we go. There we go. There's two. Now, I'll take his shin. You'll know the way that the shins go because they should curve outward. Okay? With these guys, you have to make sure that their knee piece is in place or it looks weird. Okay? Oops. So then, I would pull this out. This is where you get talented. You have to do it one-handed. And then you gotta hold this. These guys have an ankle joint that goes in here. Let that go up inside. I'll put this hook on. And then his foot. Now because I've sueded it, he has a little more traction on his ankle, which is awesome. Okay, I'll get this one ready. I always use something like that. Sometimes it's a can, or I've used everything. I even used a towel one time to put right there so it would hold it. So then lock your piece on. Hold that. Remember, one-handed, so make sure your leg is in right. Oops, sorry for the camera bump there. Now I will put this S-hook on. And let his foot rest. There we go. Already he is better. Yeah, I can definitely feel a difference in him. Okay. Now I'm going to restring his arms. Same sort of thing. Make sure there's no hot glue from the hot glue skidding previously. Make sure his joint is in. These are important. Those are his wrist strings. Put his hands down because you want to make sure they're easily accessible. Okay. Make sure that you've got the correct arms. If you look right, there's a notch so that his arms can cross over the opposite shoulder. If you put it this way, you're going to see a straightforward shot. It won't cross over. And then the back will enable him to put his arms backwards, which is not what you really want there. I think I might have bumped the camera out of alignment. There we go. Sorry about that. So yeah, the arm goes here. Okay? So that arm, and then this is let's see here. Yep, this is his right arm over here. This one goes over here. This one goes over here, and this one goes over here. So I can put this into there. Okay, now his arm is together. The Kamau has a huge hole right there, so if you can practically do this all right there. You're pretty good like that. I usually loop one around his neck. Okay. Now with his arm together. Oh, you know what? This one goes over here. Sorry about that. There we go. Perfect fit. Yep. As I drop a piece on the floor, don't do that. Okay. It's okay, you can see that mine's bent a little bit. It's fine. Okay. Now, I will put my S-hook on. Put his hand on. And this is the weird part, is that this little piece here, oops, it's a little, there we go. Okay. There we go. There. He's already posing better. Okay. Now, move this up, and move this up. This is just so I can get to the side easier. Put his arm in. Oh, make sure to undo the... There we go. And then straight through. Grab that. Put on his hook. Put on his hand. And his little wrist ring. And there we go. He is restrung. He poses wonderfully. There you go. He is ready to go. So I hope that helped, and I hope to talk to you again soon. Give me some questions if you have any. Bye.